we did a lot of cool experiments this week in this class, like a spectroscopy experiment and an experiment with CO2 to see which organisms are living and which ones are not. And my favorite experiment was the CO2 experiment, where we added warm water to 3 different samples of dirt to see which ones were living and which ones produced a steady amount of CO2. And that ultimately meant that there was a living organism in that supply of dirt.
Part was like how much we learned. I didn't know half the stuff that I learned this week. It was so interesting. The teacher was so involved, did so many things. Everyone in the class was so nice and interactive. It was just a great class. And one of my favorite things we did was that we modeled the sides of the planets with pieces of paper. And it was just so fun because it was such an interactive group project and everyone helped out, everyone did their own part. So it was a great class.
We did a lot of experience. My favorite one was about spectroscopy, which is the science of light and how it interacts with other materials. We got to measure wavelengths of gases like neon, krypton, and we also got to measure the wavelengths of different colors. So I just overall had a great time. My favorite part about the astrobiology class was how involved it was. There were so many experiments that you were able to do, and my favorite one was building our own mission to Mars, because we had a certain budget and we had to design whatever we needed to go to Mars, and then we would fill out a goal and we would see if it was successful or not. Ours blew up.
I decided to take astrobiology this week because to me astrobiology means possibilities and all the things that our universe has to offer, and there's still so much more to be discovered. And I also enjoyed the class because we had an instructor that was very passionate about what she was teaching, and she was very involved, and everybody was so nice, and overall I had a really great week.
Some things I learned that I didn't really expect to learn were some new things about how light works. But before this, I had an interest in quantum physics, but I didn't really know how to do the equations because I didn't have anybody who could explain it to me. So now that I've taken this class, I know how to do the equations better. It was just a fun class. It was nice. We watched The Martian. It was about a guy who gets stuck on Mars, and he has to figure out how to get off and survive.
This class as a whole was very interesting to me, but I feel like the instructor played a big part. She was very nice and interactive.
Astrobiology as a whole was really fascinating to learn about. I mean, Like, we got to learn about what the possibilities of life could be on other planets. Like, what could it happen? Could it be known to us? Could we find it? It was just fascinating as a whole. It was a fun experience, and I'm really glad I did it, and I got to experience it with a good group of people.